So we are back. I haven't forgotten about you. Things just got a little bit busy, even for 3 episodes a week. So I had a little break. We will be trying to get back to 3 episodes a week, but again, there might be some breaks here and there as things in life get busy. But I have still been playing the game in the meantime. I played through pretty much this entire season. Um, I've just come back from the important parts, really, the parts that you really couldn't miss. So I do apologise if it does obviously dampen the story, but you haven't really seen the season, get to know the team that we've got for this season. But we are still at Cape Town City. Let's just go and take a look how things have gone, shall we? Yeah, so starting off with the league campaign, we are fifth in the league. We can't win the league title. I'm not going to go through everything here, but you can see we brought in Jeff Fleming, who we had at Bangor. And he's had an incredible season, 18 goals in 36 games this season, including substitute appearances. 28 starts for him. He has 8 in 18 in the league. He's been a wonderful signing. You can see he scored a lot of goals, but sort of mixed season, a lot of wins, a lot of defeats, not too many draws in there. But yeah, 5th place in the league. We've rotated a lot. We focus fully on the cup competitions. And speaking of the cup competitions, we'll go through a couple of these. Let's just go to the competitions page. So the MTN 8 Cup, obviously the start of the season, Sundowns beating Orlando Pirates in the final. We lost to Orlando Pirates in extra time. There they beat Chip United, Sundowns beating Kaiser Chiefs. Oh well. The Telecom Cup, we threw out a completely youth team in this one, which we beat Black Leopards 1-0. That was a surprising victory. As was this one over Swallows, another 1-0 victory into the semi-final, where we lost 2-0 to Stellenbosch, who did lose in the final to Supersport United. Again, not too fussed about that. The one that matters, though, is the Nedbank Cup, and you can see there we're in the final. We don't enter in the preliminary round. The first round, we got drawn against Swallows FC. We beat them 3-3 after penalties. If we do it this way, you can see, obviously, the goal scorers, Sele and 2 from Fleming for us, helping us get that penalty shootout. They went ahead. It was an Incube equaliser in the 4th minute of stoppage time. Then they went ahead in extra time, and 7 minutes from time, Fleming equalised. We were perfect in the penalties, and Cube missed for them. We then beat Black Leopards 3-0, McKaysey, Hele and Sele scoring. For a 3-0 over Chip United, Sele, Basie and Yele. In this one, a 41st minute red card as well for Chip United. And then we played former team Cape Town Spurs in the semi-final, who we beat 2-0. Quinana getting both goals in this one, both late and both within the space of a minute. Enough to put us through the final, where we played Kaiser Chiefs, who we did, of course, play in last season's final. So can we get revenge this year? Hopefully we can. Then, finally, the Champions League. We had the knockout rounds against AS Sondeep. We beat them 6-1 on aggregate. Malembo was going in both legs. Puel and McKaysey in the first leg, Kipido and Fleming in the second leg, enough to put us through. We then lost 1-0 to Zamalek, but beat them 3-0 in the second leg. Fleming, Sanoka and Sele putting us through to the group stages with a 3-1 aggregate victory. We did lose 3 games in the groups, including both the ASEC Mimosas 1-0 and the final one against Petro Atletico, but we'd already qualified at this point, so this was a rotated team as well. We beat Petro Atletico 5-2, a hat-trick from McKaysey, Fleming and 1 from Sele in this one. Fleming also scored in the victory over ES Tunis along with McKaysey, and another 2 for Fleming, alongside Puel and Comet C and Sele in a 5-1 victory over them, which put us into the quarterfinals, where we played AS Vita Club and we beat them 6-3 on aggregate, mostly down to a 4-0 first leg win. Sele scoring 4 goals across the 2 legs, Puel and McKaysey also scoring. And then we played fellow South African team Sundowns in the semi-final, a 0-0 in the first leg, and 4-0 in the second leg. Fleming put his head in the 58th minute. And look at this, the 90th, the 93rd and the 95th minute goals come in. One from Fleming, one from Pure, and one from Hele. It puts us into the final against Al Ali this season. So if we just retick all of them competitions, we are going to do both finals here. We're playing Kaiser Chiefs in the Nedbank Cup. We're going to skip Supersport, and then we're going to do Al Ali in the Champions League final. And this is a team we're going with today. Sofatine in goal, Rankasa, Basie, Malambo, and Detroit back four. Mackenzie, Cupido, Hele, and Pure, Fleming, and Sele. So Maleka was obviously the #1 goalkeeper. He picked up an hip injury in training. He's already missed 2 months. He's going to have another couple of months out as well. So his season was done. And I thought that might have been a big blow, but Stefantin has done a wonderful job, really, since coming in. And a very, very capable backup. You see there 10 changes from our last game. We played 2 games in the space of a week, including a 2-0 defeat against these on Tuesday, where we threw out a youth team. We've had youth players out for the last 2 games, resting people for this final. Which is what has happened a lot this season. That's one of the reasons why we've had so many defeats. And we are going to go down the revenge route here. Not just for that defeat in midweek, but for that defeat in last year's final. Of course, it was 1-0. They scored after 11 minutes in that one, and that was enough to give them the trophy. Of course, this is the only competition we still need to win in South Africa. Champions League is just because we only have one African league available to be loaded. And well, we've lasted longer than we did in last year's final. We haven't had a highlight yet, but we are having a couple of chances. And now here we have a highlight. We are on the ball, of course. We are in the blue. Kaiser Chiefs in the yellow, and Rankasa to McKaysey. Skips past his man and an early cross into Sele, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper. That is an incredible stop to tip that wide for a corner. I really thought that was going to be 1-0 there. Hele's ball in Malambo's header, and it's in the back of the net. It's Miguel Malambo to give us a lead after 29 minutes of this game. It's a wonderful corner. It's a great header because this is such a difficult chance at this near post. But the defender drops off him and he heads over the keeper in off the bottom of the bar. And it's 1-0. And get to half time without seeing a single highlight against us. They've only had 1 shot. We do have a highlight. We'll be quiet until we know what's happening there. It's Fleming. Rankasa. Cupido. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, who chips it forward and gives it away. And I wondered if they were going to shoot there to keep off the line. It's a long ball pumped forward. And Malatsi saved by Stefantin. Out for a corner ball. Can they maybe grab something from a corner? Of course, that's how we just opened scoring. Ball comes in, it's headed clear. Sele flicks it further on. He probably could have brought that down. But we are going to go in at half time with a 2-0 advantage. And we're just going to tell them now to relax and play their own game. They've got a free kick down in the corner to defend. Polar. And it's off the bar from Diamande and cleared out. And that's a huge chance there. I was just wondering, they don't have... I forgot his name. There's a gentleman that plays for them. Always does really well, but I've just got Detroit in my head now. It's not him. We are going to go make a change there. We will bring off Rankasa. Why is it sorted by rating? Oh well, we're going to take off Rankasa for McQueener. Just make that one change at the moment. We're going to ask them to focus. Hasn't gone down well at all. I really do want to know what his name is. Why can't I click Kaiser Chiefs anywhere? Let me look at their team. Let me look at their team. What is his name? What is his name? The Rock. That's the one. He's out injured. Torn hamstring. Out. But yeah, obviously he has normally done so much against us. So it's a bit of a blessing that he is missing out. Let's take off Cupido for Kometsi. We're just making these odd sporadic subs to try and kill some time in this game. And we'll see what happens with this highlight before making our final change. LA Fleming chips over for Puel. Ball in towards Sele, it's headed clear. Duarte brings it forward, tries to play through ball, but Malambo picks it up. Detroit looks down the line, but we're not going to get there. Pure sort of dropped off. Easy wins the header now. Fleming. Good tackle. And forced all the way back to the goalkeeper here. Got 6 minutes left of this game. And it's a chip ball over the top for Zulu. Waller towards back post. Detroit heads clear. This is a long old highlight. Nguyen's ball in. Zulu's header and it's in the back of the net. And it is 1-1. The flag is up, though it's offside, and we're not seeing a replay at the moment of that. They want to take off McKaysey. I don't want to do that. I'm going to take off Hele from Mofefwe. And there's another highlight. We've got 1 minute of normal time left, plus stoppage time. Mofefwe can't find Pure there, but tackle forced to Sele. Fleming plays in Sele to seal it. To seal it, he's chipped the keeper, and we've completed South Africa. We finally won that Nedbank Cup, and now we can turn our focus to trying to win that Champions League final. It was Sele to Fleming, gets it straight back, and this is, I think the defender gets a touch on it, onto Sele, who dinks over the goalkeeper for 2-0, and that must surely be, we're into 4 additional minutes, we're into the last minute of that. Are they going to get a late consolation here? Yes, they are. It's a wonderful header from Ref Logo. Absolutely insane header, that one. To pull it back to 2-1, but surely it's too little too late. It's a wonderful header, that. Look at that. With 2 players from the penalty spot. Cracking header. But that is 4 time, and we have won the Nedbank Cup. Finally, that is South Africa completed in our 3rd attempt. But we still have that Champions League to complete before we can get rid of South Africa from the save. But that is wonderful. We do obviously have a league game between this one and that Champions League final. So I'm going to go play that offline, and we're coming back for Al Ali in 1 week's time. Right next. It's now time for the club's first ever Champions League final. Sefontaine in goal, Rancasa, Basie, Malambo and Detroit at the back 4. McKaysey, Cupido, Hele and Puel in midfield. Fleming and Sele are the front 2. We lost midweek, 10 changes. 10 changes back for this game. Again, we don't particularly care too much about the league at all. So focus fully on this. And we're playing Al Ali, who of course are a massive side in African football. They are the record holders of the African Champions League. The last 2 finals in game have been defeats to South African opposition, namely Sundowns. Forgot the name then. I was going to call them Swallows. It's not. It's Sundowns. So yeah, if we can continue that record, then we're in a fantastic position. Here's Sele. Detroit crosses towards the back post, and McKaysey heads over, and he should have done a lot better with a chance like that. Early on, you can see how much we're dominating this game so far. We're having all these chances. Detroit with the ball. Cupido, Fleming, Rancasa. Can he find a cross? Can. Cupido flicks it on Fleming. McKaysey finds the back of the net, and we do have the advantage here in this Champions League final. It's McKaysey with the goal, and we are in a wonderful position here. It was just deflected up, and we just kept hold of the ball. We weren't really closed down. It's just so simple. And he just passes it into the back of the net. Not fantastic goalkeeping. He probably should have been down quicker to that. But from our point of view, we don't particularly care too much at all. Let's praise them. And a free kick comes in. Cupido's header is hit Fleming, and it's in the back of the net. And we're going to have a VAR check here for offside, because that is in play in the final. And the goal has stood. It is 2-0 to Cape Town City. It's Jeff Fleming. It was flicked on, and Fleming, how that has gone to VAR, I have no idea. It's miles onside. As we'll see. Oh, we're looking at the first one. Fair enough. Cupido. So McKaysey, who got the assist, he was onside. Also miles onside. So I still don't quite get why that had to be reviewed. But good job it is. And Al Ali have got one back here. It's Mustafa. But we're having another check for offside. Once again, he looked onside here, and it has been disallowed. He is offside. So VAR playing to our advantage twice here. I wasn't okay. He was offside. I wasn't paying much attention to him, to be fair. As I was talking about our decision, it's a good finish, but ultimately disallowed. And a couple of their players are not playing very well. So if we can just keep this up, we're in a fantastic position. 5 minutes before half time, we have a 2 goal advantage. We're playing pretty well. Here's Selly in the channel. Needs some help and pulls it back, but it's intercepted. Khalid then loses the ball. Hele towards Fleming. It's a volley and it's over the bar. And he may have strayed offside anyway. The flag did go up for a goal kick, not offside. But yeah, half time, it's 2-0. We're in a wonderful position. As I mentioned, the club's first ever Champions League final in their 32-year history, I think it said. And we have a 2 goal advantage at half time, and we look set to complete our first Champions League as well, 1 of 5. McCasey's ball in is cleared out. Hele to Sele, looks for Puel. He's going to hit it, and he finds the back of net, and it's 3-0. And we are going to complete this Champions League. Oh, yes, come on. This is what happens when you pretty much fully focus on the cup competitions all season. We've completed South Africa and we've completed Africa itself in terms of club competitions. We still have international work to do, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but yes, I was sacked by Senegal after our World Cup disappointment. So yeah, that happened. But we are still in Africa with Ivory Coast in terms of international management. We haven't signed a new contract here. Our club contract is up at the end of the season. And I imagine they're going to be offering us one. They already have once, we've turned it down. As the ball flicks in for Sele, who was offside anyway. Let's go and make some changes here. McCasey can come off for McQueener. We're going to take off Sele for Quinana because he is retiring as well. Let's take off Rancasa, switching with Detroit. Maybe not because we don't have anyone there. Sanoka, come on for him. But yeah, Quinana will be retiring at the end of the season as well. So let's give him a little farewell appearance in this Champions League final. Time is just going to tick away, and this has been a wonderful, wonderful season for us. African Champions League winners, Cape Town City FC. That is our first Champions League completed. We've completed everything we have to do club-wise now in Africa, and we can focus on some other continents and some other nations. What a season this has been for us, as we lift our first Champions League trophy. And it feels great. It really does feel great. Wonderful performance from us. We've been fantastic all season in the Champions League, to be fair. And I would say deserved winners. Of course, we still do have Sundowns left to play in the league, but we don't care about that at all. We're one of the top English managers as well. Look at that. If we just take a look at the Hall of Fame, you can see me from other saves in there. But we are in 6th place in there. And in a very, very good spot in terms of this challenge. I still don't think we're going to complete it, but we are now 14 nations down out of 52, so just 38 more to go. But we are starting to win, obviously, the Champions League now as well. Are we in the Hall of Fame in South Africa? We are. And in terms of the African continent, we are also on there as well. So that's quite nice. That is quite nice. Is there any jobs going at the moment? There is not. So let's just take a look at our add/remove leagues page and see what we have playable. So Hungary is the next nation that we unlock. That comes playable at the end of this month. Iceland is the lowest ranked nation that we haven't completed yet. We also have Peru, and we have Slovenia. Obviously, South Africa as well will be getting removed now from the game to try and help things speed along. Ignore what this says because that is not true at all. If I take that off, there we go. That's more like it. But yeah, we'll be back at some point, I can't at the moment guarantee we're back to normal. I'm still quite busy for the next couple of weeks, so it may just be one episode a week, just major updates like this. But I'll be trying to get back to you as soon as possible with our new team. We'll meet them and we'll go from there. So yeah, thank you very much for waiting around. Again, apologise for the lack of videos recently. Um, Eventually, we will get back to normal. I do promise that. Thank you very much for your support, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.